Hello and welcome. This is Challenger VI Analysis, and today we're going to be reviewing Dumpalol's Challenger game. This is in Challenger MMR. One player on the enemy team is Challenger. However, I know they're all not Challenger players. However, majority of these players have at least hit Challenger, have been peaked at Challenger, so you can consider this a Challenger level game. Now, of course, we're looking at Vi here, and the username here is Got My Fuzzy Cuffs. But if you didn't know, Dumpa is one of the highest ranked Challenger Vi players in NA. And he has another account, and it's this one here. It's called Got My Fuzzy Cuffs. And today we're going to be reviewing one of his games. He's been playing this build recently that I've kind of adopted into my own games, where he goes Jack Show, where he rushes Hydra first, and then he goes into Jack Show. And he's running a Conqueror setup. It's interesting. We want to take a few things away from this game. I want to look at his pathing this game. I want to look at what side of the map he plays on. Is he going to play for the Renekton top lane, or is he going to play for the scaling Ezreal? Of course, there's going to be some setup with the Syndra that is here on his team in the mid lane. I know one of Dumpa's favorite clears is to go for red, blue, Grom for the level 3. Oh, wow. So he opts to go for an invade level 1 on the top side in the enemy jungle. Now, Viego is a hard matchup for Vi. And because he invaded, he actually decided to take Q level 1. He's going to go in on the Zeri here. And the Ezreal is going to go down. Okay, what a hectic start. Normally I don't invade on Vi simply because of the fact that if I invade and it doesn't go right, I take Q level 1, it's going to be hard to clear this first camp. However, it did work it out, and he did pick up a early level 1, but this clear is going to be really slow as a result of that. So let's see how he gets through this. As soon as you're level 2 though, you're not in the worst shape because you can either take E level 2 and be okay with the clearing the raptors and then wolves, or you can just straight up and take W. I think he's going to take W second, okay, for the attack speed. This season there's like forgiveness on clearing Krugs now, so you can get away with taking Q level 1. So already there's been some new adoptions of playstyle I've seen from Dumpa, because he usually doesn't clear full side red side early on. He usually opts to do red, blue, Gromp. Especially into a melee on melee matchup in the top lane. He usually likes to go for those early ganks. It looks like he's pinging for something here. He's getting level 3. He sees an option to go for this Aurelion Soul, and he's on the wrong side of the lane, so this is going to be a flash Q into the Syndra knockup, or the Syndra knockback with her E, and they're going to get a nice, easy kill there. Now, the scary thing about clearing your red side and then going mid lane is the enemy jungler, if they like to invade, they can invade you here, and they'll know that your bot side is all gone and you're just stuck in your blue side jungle. And he has Prio here, so if Viego is here and is invading, he has Cassante with him. So this is why sometimes this can be scary. However, that's not the case since he did start topside. It looks like he's going to go for this gank top lane after he finishes his blue. He's pathing over there, pulling it up. Renekton's getting him low. This is really good. This is another free kill, looks like. So if you see, he executed this gank perfectly. You always want to be holding onto your Q when you go for these ganks. If you use it early and you miss, then that may be a chance of you missing the kill. So him walking into the gank like that is perfectly executed. That's exactly how you want to be ganking on Vi all the time. We can obviously see that Dumpa always opts for these aggressive plays that have high impact. He goes for the likely ganks. He never takes risks. He goes for the efficient plays, and he gets right back into his jungle farming. He's gonna reset. He's gonna buy his items, and he's gonna go back to his Krugs that are spawning right now. And let's see what he's gonna buy. He's got 3 kills. So what does he buy first? He buys the pickaxe and he buys Caulfield's Warhammer. So lately, I've actually been buying the team at first, and I think that might be a mistake. I think going for the Caulfield's Warhammer and the pickaxe might just be more damage, and that's what I need to be doing in my game. So there's one thing I learned right there, just from watching this one review. And he's gonna clear up again, Krugs into Raptors. He may even have the opportunity to go for an early dragon here, since he has a prio here in the mid lane. Syndra's gonna base here, so I think he's just gonna continue clearing upwards. We spotted Viego on the top side. Yeah, he's gonna go for the dragon. I suspected it. Syndra stayed, and that made him change his mind, and now he's gonna go for dragon here. We spotted the Viego top. We have the mid prio. We have the bot prio. There's no reason not to go for this dragon. It's a classic Vi thing. Dragons are very easy to take. She does it really fast. And it looks like he's looking for this invade here. As she was pinging on the way. Someone's pinging on the way into this blue buff. The Ashe spawns. She walks over, but she doesn't fully commit. He's going to pull the blue buff down while he's taking this. We see Viego top, so we now know that it's safe to take this. He's going to take the wolves as well, because we just saw Viego top. We have Prow from my mid lane. He's going to get a good reset off. That's going to set up a nice gank for the Aurelion Soul, but we do have to remember there is a pink ward right in this bush. Looks like this is a nice dive angle. He just gets level 6 and the bot lane is low and they're level 4. He's 2 levels up on them. This next wave, I definitely would go for this. Or he's going to go for it right now. Let's see. He shows. He's waiting patiently. And it looks like... Oh, that is interesting. I've never seen that interaction before. He actually saves the counter gank from the Aurelion Soul using his ult there, which is pretty nice. It looks like Aurelion's E got like cancelled while in the wall, and it just like pushed him, shoved him out over here. And while Aurelion Soul is in the bot lane, Syndra is pushing out the wave, so Zeri does have to pick this up for her. And Aurelion is trying to go for the Ashe. And he's gonna pay for it. And now we're at 4 kills. It looks like he's not gonna back. He's gonna cancel his back. He saw this fight happening over here, and he's gonna rock over there. I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything here, though. I would be weary to go into this jungle. We just saw two here. That's right. So he opts to go for his Krugs rather than his red right here. It's more efficient, and also it's a little bit dangerous. That's why he's pinging danger right there. Syndra is, at least. He can't willy-nilly walk here, and yeah, it looks like in the Fog of War you can even see that they're doing his camps. That's a nice Q auto E right there. Picking up the Zeri. Yep, Aurelion is here to contest this red buff. Syndra is here now in time, and Vi's got her ultimate. The Syndra is much stronger here, so if they try to contest this while Syndra is there, they will definitely lose. He does lose his raptor camps though. I'm sure he was aware of that. And what does he buy? He's going to buy that Hydra. First item, buy a Hydra. It's very powerful. If you can get that thing stacked, you do so much healing. It's really hard to kill you. I literally just did a video on this. Like, you don't die with Hydra and Jack Show. It's just so... It's so annoying when you have a frontline engaged like Vi. or she's not even a frontline engage, she's more of a flanker. But when she's able to just survive through the frontline engage like that, it makes her a force to be reckoned with. And it looks like he's trying to bait something in here, and it's working. There's no way he gets away from this. Beautiful gank done. Viego is going to go onto the Syndra, and the Lulu's right behind. You have to be careful here. There's 3 people. He's not going to go into this fight. He has to let the Syndra die. He's charging up Q just for pressure, and he's not actually going to go in though. And they've all rotated over to this Rift Herald. He just can't contest it. He doesn't have the numbers. The Lulu rotated over, and sometimes you can't get everything, even when you have such a lead like this. It's a shame, but it happens. Lulu's gonna be a little pest. So it looks like he knows that they want to dive the Renekton here, so he's actually going to walk into it. But he's really strong right now because of this Hydra. And this is what I mean. It's really hard to kill. Even with 3 people there, it took a while for them to take him down. I kind of disagree with that decision. Just because the dragon is coming up and you're wasting time being dead on something risky. Like we know that the Rift Herald was taken, and they're all of a sudden go missing on the map. That's always ringing alarm bells in my mind. So I don't think I would actually go for that, but I think he was just trying to stop the Renekton from getting dove. Lulu was a factor in that play, though. She was a big factor. If she wasn't there, then that dive would not have gone that bad. Or that counter dive would not have gone that bad. The Ashero hits. Ezreal follows up with his ulti. Getting some good damage in on the Cassante. There was nothing else for Vi to do here, so he's just going to go clear his Krugs. And now he's looking to contest this. As Vi, you always want to be looking for contesting dragons and looking for fights like these, because this is where you shine. And we do secure the dragon. Viego's going to use his annoying anti-CC to get away from Vi's ulti. That's one of the main reasons that Viego is very difficult to fight as Vi. You would think that Vi can really lock up Viego, but he's got a lot of ways to just counter you. He can cancel your Q with his Q. You can't land your Q easily when he's invisible in his shroud. If you try to ult him, he most likely has his ult and can escape it. He's just a very tricky guy to deal with. If someone doesn't burn his ulti, then you're gonna be in trouble. And if he can get a reset and just completely negate your CC anyways, he's a menace. I've lost so many games I should have won just because it was a Viego I was facing and he used his like super armor, I'll call it, like anti-CC abilities correctly. Looks like we're just clearing our camps here. And I think we did complete... No, not yet. We did not complete the Jack show yet. We should be close though. Oh, looks like Lulu's gonna die here. Ulti? Oh, she doesn't have ulti. Flashes over for it. Q. Auto. 1E. He gets the E right through the Viego. That was really nice there. And as you can see, it's very hard to take us down. Q auto. Right there. He finishes off the Viego. And we're gonna chase them down. We're gonna try to get behind. Get a flanking angle up here. Onto the Zeri that's really low HP. And the Aurelion Soul that we can clearly see in the bush. We get the Zeri, we get the Aurelion Soul. Now we're just taking whatever we can. I like that he didn't decide to go for this wave. I'd rather just get his camps. A lot of the times you think, oh, it's a good idea to help your laners push. But when you're helping your laners push, you're also taking EXP away from them. And that's even more heavily punished in this season than any season right now. Just because of the way the experience works in the jungle and taking minions. You now get less EXP from minions. And it's heavily detracted. Riot Games does not want you to be taking minions as a jungler at all anymore. It does not help you as much as it used to help you before. He's gonna ignore his camps and go for this Aurelion here, and he's gonna stopwatch, but he's still guaranteed dead. So I think it was a waste in my opinion. There's no way he gets away. Yeah, it was a waste. He should not have used his stopwatch there. And it's gone now. Like, he can't use that again. Looks like he's just going to be clearing upward. The next objective on the map is over here, so we're going to be clearing up there. We got fights happening here. Looks like he's going to try to counteract whatever's happening up here by shoving in mid lane. And look at that Ravenous Hydra just stacking up right now. We got the Jack show completed. We got the 40 stacks of Hydra on. It's just so much healing and so much damage. She's gonna have to flash, otherwise she dies there. That was a good flash. If she didn't, she would have died, guaranteed. You shove waves out so fast. You heal so much. You dual damage. Ravenous Hydra Jack show is everything you want. It's everything you want as a vibe bruiser playstyle. Looks like as things are happening up top, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be at this fight at all. My team is winning it just fine. I can just shove out mid lane. I like that. And it looks like he's trying to get vision on the jungle just to see what he could take. And then obstacle for Rift Herald afterwards. Uncontested. You've got Cassante up here. Ooh, that's a big shutdown. We do have dragons spawning, so we want to clear this as fast as we can and get down there. He's going to catch the wave, though. He's going to opt to capture this wave. Oh, he sees Cassante. Cassante decided to stay for another wave. And he definitely kills him here because Cassante doesn't have ulti anymore. There's no way that he gets away from this. And as always, always save your ultimate for a gap close. Never engage first with your Q. Never engage first with your ulti. Use them in a way so that the enemy can't escape. And look at that. Even though the enemy team is going for this, he knows the timing. He knows that he can get away with pressuring top rather than just trying to contest this dragon. Not wasting any time, being efficient, killing the Cassante, getting 300 gold, then dropping this tower and getting another 600 gold. He has more time to even get another wave and get another Herald proc. What a great use of Heralds. While the enemy team is doing whatever they're doing, he's actually going to get this other tower too. This is great. A little overstay by the enemy team, and now they're getting punished for it. And we're just chilling in the top lane, taking everything that we can get. Look at all of this gold that we're amassing right now. This is great. We're pretty much securing the game for us. We have such a lead in gold anyways, but doing this secures the lead for you. Spreading out your resources and not going overkill on team fights. This is like the name of my game. I love to do this all the time. You'll see me splitting on Vi. Like, I don't always team fight when I know I can't impact the team fight as well as I can. Even though this is a team fight build, I just like the decision to be efficient with the way that you use your resources. It's just my type of playstyle, and I'm biased towards it, I have to admit.
Rampage. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Auto ulti. Viego can just be so slippery sometimes. I was kind of confused as to why Viego didn't just cancel the ultimate right away. And Ezreal is big. Even in between fights, like we're going to clear camps, just being as efficient as possible. And now looking for this Baron. I would like to get this blue buff before we start it though. That's because Vi can be mana resource heavy. If you're fighting a lot, like your mana will deplete fast. It looks like we're okay though for clearing this dragon. It's uncontested. We got Syndra splitting in the bot lane. And Renekton clearing out waves in the mid lane. And just zoning. We're gonna reset and probably look to end here. Oh, Syndra's getting collapsed on. This isn't good. Oh, nice flash. She gets the kill. It looks like it's going to be a 1-for-1. Or maybe if we can get here in time, we can even save the Syndra. Ooh, chunking out that Viego so hard. We get onto the Zeri. And Syndra looks like she's stalled long enough for our Vi to get here. And this Cassante looks like he's going to die. Honestly. Trying to use ulti to escape. I mean, look at that. See how much mana is all gone from that fight? And she just came back. That's what I was talking about. How Vi can be very mana heavy. And now she's out of mana here. It's going to be a little iffy. But she's got the stopwatch. We got one E here. He's trying to get it off on the minions, but he can't. And he can't do anything else from here. He's going to walk back and start hitting the tower. But it did get the job done. Everyone's dead. I think this is close to the end of the game. The timestamp is spoiling it for me though. Always taking camps. And we got the Sunfire. And the Black Cleaver. We are so fed. He's going to give the red buff over to the Ezreal. We're going to get this third dragon, deny it from the enemy team. Will he stop and go to this fight? I wonder. See, when things go wrong, making the best choice and taking what's free is always a good decision. Looks like the Ezreal is pulling it off though. Is carrying the fight. And now we're rotating to a good fight. At first it looked bad because Syndra went down. It looks like he's looking for the Viego here. If he... Okay, he's gonna go for the inhibitor. Mid lane is getting taken down. Top lane is almost down. And 3 inhibitors down is pretty much GG. It's hard, very, very hard to recover. I think only once in my career of League have I ever won while having 3 inhibs down. Once that I can remember, at least. I'm gonna look for the Lulu here. And again, see we're loaded on mana. We're gonna go in on the Zeri here. We're gonna Q away. They can't kill us though because we're just way too tanky. I do love getting my blue buff, so this is why I loved it. I prioritize blue buff so much, and will even take it away from my mid laner at times. They have mana built into their kits with the items that they buy, but as Vi, when you're fighting for long periods of time, you just don't have any mana. If you think that you're more important than your mid laners, don't be afraid to take your blue buffs away from them sometimes. And that's gonna be the end of the game, no? It's gonna be close. It's gonna go into the Aurelion. And we finally get taken down. I mean, this game is pretty much all set up for us to win. There's nothing else that the enemy team can really do but just turtle and try to survive as long as they can. Us dying there is not the worst thing. I mean, the gold that they get, any gold that they can get is good. We're spawning. Ooh. This is not good. I can see why the game got stalled a little bit now. Because now our timers are off and we have our carries that are dead as we're respawning. And we can't really do anything about that. We do have the pressure though that the enemy team really can't leave their base. They can't make any plays, they can't take any risks to take objectives. I think this is it. I would look to Baron here, and there's this end, and if the enemy team tries to stop us from Baron, we're stronger, so we just kill them. They don't really have a choice, though. If we get Baron, they immediately lose. So this is the last fight of the game. We're gonna go on to the Aurelion, it looks like. And God, we can just stand in 3 people and not die. We do fall down, but I believe this ends the game. And that's game. Syndra's gonna do a little bit of BM. And the enemy team surrenders here. What a great game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me analyzing the plays that Dumpa made. And hopefully you enjoyed this content. Leave a like and subscribe.